Joe Zekas from YoChicago. I'm in the model unit at Eco18, 1830 South Wabash, with Rick Turner, who's the developer from Dynaprop. You were a north side developer for quite a few years, Rick, and then you started developing in the South Loop. How come?
We had our first project on South Michigan Avenue in 1998, and we looked at it as an emerging area, one that had some limited success with some prior projects, and we thought it, because of its growth potential, would be an area that we should concentrate on. And here it is 10 years later, and certainly that has come true.
Are you pretty much shocked by what's happened over the last 10 years, or did you anticipate this level of growth? I mean, it is pretty amazing, isn't it?
It is. I'm not surprised by the growth in the South Loop, as just the city in general. That is surprising, but you know, the South Loop, it's really come together nicely, and it will continue for a while.
I mean, you and I go back far enough that when you first started developing, did you ever have conceived what's happened in the city of Chicago in the last 20-some years?
I don't think so. I think I remember in 1990-91 when we were doing a project in Lincoln Park that was during the Persian Gulf War, and we couldn't get out of that soon enough. We were just very worried about the market, and to see where it's come many years later is amazing.
We counted units in the tens or the low hundreds at that time, not in the tens of thousands as we've seen recently.
Oh yeah, that's right.
The scale of it's almost unimaginable.
It is.
To me. What 1800 on South Wabash, what were the attractions of this particular location?
We like Wabash. Wabash was where some of the first projects were here in the South Loop, up near Roosevelt Road, and up there's a Jewel, a Starbucks, an Esco, what was an Esco. There's now a Sam's Liquor, and there are some nice dining establishments up there. And
down here you've got Club 21?
Yes, that's right.
Down the street?
Yeah, that's right. We have Room 21 and Quattro to the south of here. And so being in the middle of what we consider the north side of Wabash and the south side, we actually believe that this is going to turn into a nice corridor here in the South Loop.
When do you plan to break ground on Eco18?
We're planning on breaking ground this summer, early fall.
With deliveries expected?
Approximately 18 months after that, so it would be about early 2010.
Okay. What would you say to buyers today who are holding back, uncertain about making a decision? Should they wait further? Should they jump into the market now?
I personally believe that they should buy now. There are some good deals out there. Developers are being forced to discount units, but developers will never give them away because they have to make a reasonable profit. And so the alternative for many developers will be either not to build or only to build if they make a reasonable profit. So in many circumstances, I just don't see the prices going down.
There are people who are saying, yeah, the developers won't give them away, but the lenders are going to take them back and give them away. Is that, do you see any scenario where that could happen?
Certainly it's possible, but I don't think it's likely. The market's been like this in its current condition, I'd say, for 6-7 months, and I really haven't seen any significant change in pricing. There has been some lowering, some discounting, but I haven't seen anything that leads me to believe that it will become more significant.
If you had a son or a daughter who was looking to buy it right now, what would you tell them would be the most important thing to look for?
I think there are a few things. One is location. I think another is the quality of the project. Not all projects.
How do people judge the quality of a project that hasn't been built yet?
Well, I think you would want to look at whatever the project is has available to show. Here we have a sales center and a model. We'll give you an idea of what we offer, and you can take a look at prior projects. That's certainly a good indication of what the future holds for a project that will be built.
Track record of the developer, in other words?
Yes.
You've been at this for 20-some years?
21 years.
How many people are there in Chicago who can say they've been doing this for 20 years?
I'm not sure, but
not all many.
Yeah, probably not that many.
Any other words of advice for home buyers today?
I think with respect to this project in particular, that green construction is the wave of the future. I really don't have any doubt about that. And I think that the practices that we're employing here at Eco18 are practices that will become somewhat common in 10 to 15 years. We think we're ahead of the curve on a lot of things that we have to offer. And if someone wants to get more details, our website's very comprehensive. It's eco18.com.
How much of a learning curve is it for a developer to start mastering some of these things and getting a handle on costs and just, obviously you don't just fall into this. How much time does it take to go up that learning curve for green building?
It's really taken a long time, and that's a great question. When we entered this, we knew we were on the right road, but we didn't know where it would take us, and certainly at this point we're a lot further ahead than we were then. And there's a lot to learn, particularly in the area of costs, because as much as you can project and budget, until you actually have your design completed by an architect and go out for hard bids, you really don't know what it will cost. And frankly, a lot of this has cost us more than we anticipated.
Switching gears a little bit, you mentioned to me a while back that you'd seen a flurry of activity recently and sold 4 units in the last 30 days, was it?
Yeah, we sold 4 units in the last 3 weeks.
Things appear to be loosening up some.
For us, they are. I can't really say for the market in general, but apparently we've had some buyers that have thought that our pricing at this point is pretty attractive.
Where are you seeing your buyers coming from? Are they local? Are they coming in from out of the area?
We've actually seen them coming from all areas, within the city, from within the South Loop, from the suburbs, and we've had a number of people come in just from out of town, people that are being transferred into town. We've also seen a wide variety in terms of the ages. We've seen baby boomers come in, and we've seen younger people come in, and it's really been a wide spectrum in terms of the age groups.
Hey, thank you, Rick.
Thank you.